teen drama show Riverdale, which premieres on the CW, features many symbolic references to Freemasonry, Satanism, and the occult. Aside from the producer's obvious allusions to classic horror films like Rosemary's Baby, as well as the show's blasphemous display of the antagonist in Season 3 called the Gargoyle King, which was entirely reminiscent of Eliphas Levi's depiction of the Baphomet. Riverdale's plot also contains allusions to satanic ritual abuse and the satanic panic of the 80s and 90s. Not only this, but the show is set in the same universe as the chilling adventures of Sabrina, an obvious candidate for displays of occultism. And the plot of the two shows even overlap at times. Go look at our analysis of that show, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, by clicking on the link in the description below. Littered throughout the setting of Riverdale, one may also find black and white checkerboard floors, an iconic reference to the rites and rituals of Freemasonry. However, this is not the producer's only allusion to Freemasonry. Let's take a closer look at the character and backstory of Hiram Lodge. In the show, Hiram Lodge is the wealthy, manipulative, cunning character, almost like a mafia boss, who controls everything that happens in the town of Riverdale from behind the scenes. He is an industrialist and the CEO of his multi-billion-dollar company, Lodge Industries. Hiram is also the richest man in Riverdale. In fact, according to one story found in the comics, the Lodges founded the town of Riverdale. In the pilot episode, it is mentioned that he is in New York City, on trial for fraud and embezzlement, hinting to the audience that Hiram prefers illicit forms of income. While in jail, albeit for no time at all, it is established that Hermione, Hiram's wife, is helping him to continue running his business and criminal empire from behind bars. In the second season, Hiram is released and returns to Riverdale, establishing himself as a threatening and powerful presence in the town. Just like in the comic books and animated series, he still hates Archie and doesn't want him to date his daughter, Veronica. The first clue that the producers used the character of Hiram to allude to Freemasonry is the fact of his power and influence. Only a member of the elite could manipulate and bend the rules of society for his or her profit. The dishonesty and abuse of power we witness in today's political and social climate is symbolized in the character of Hiram. The second clue is his name, Hiram Lodge. The obvious, Lodge, his last name, invokes the idea of the lodge that Freemasons attend for degrees and ceremonies. Hiram, his first name, is a stunning reference to Hiram Abiff. Hiram Abiff is the central character of an allegory presented to all candidates during the third degree in Freemasonry. Hiram is presented as the chief architect of King Solomon's temple. He is murdered inside this temple by 3 ruffians after they fail to obtain from him the secrets of a master mason. The ritual of Hiram Abiff is performed by asking the candidate to reveal the secrets of Freemasonry 3 times, each time with the candidate refusing. Those involved then proceed in mock killing the candidate, placing him into a coffin and then raising him up once again using the grip of a master mason. If that wasn't enough, it's also well documented that John L. Goldwater, the creator of Archie and Archie comics, was a past master mason. The Archie universe was set in the ambiguous Midwest town of Riverdale, and was even created in 1941, at a time when Masonic lodges were becoming ubiquitous in every small town across America. What's even more sinister was the most recent comic release that plunges the show even closer towards the pits of hell. 2018 saw the release of a comic book issue of Riverdale, featuring tales cooked up by the series' showrunner, Roberto Aguirre Sacasa. Told entirely from the point of view of Pop Tate, the beloved owner of Riverdale's famed chocolate shop diner, the issue plunges the mythology of the CW series deeper into the supernatural. The comic, which takes place in the same universe as the television series, sees Pop Tate telling an inquiring Betty spooky stories from the diner's past. He starts with the dark tale of a visit from Bonnie and Clyde, before diving into the waters of the urban legend of Sweetie, Riverdale's own Loch Ness monster. But it's the last and longest story that's most intriguing. In it, we learn that for a time, the diner's survival was threatened by stiff competition from another restaurant. And unbeknownst to him, Pop Tate made a deal with a man who could only be described as the devil. A deal that would see the chocolate shop diner thrive once more. This man, who visits the diner annually on the winter solstice, is clearly depicted with a reflection showing devil's horns. What's more, he says he comes to town while on his way to Greendale, where he has business with a couple of women, a clear reference to Sabrina's pagan aunts. In conclusion, the teen drama show and comic book series Riverdale is nothing more than a tool of propagation used for the externalization of the hierarchy. The elites, in order to sustain cultural hegemony, must indoctrinate the masses with their political, moral, and religious beliefs. This is the reason why television is dominated by everything that is lurid and obscene, because by beholding we become changed. For more information and resources, visit our website, www.babylonbreaking.org. If you liked this content, please consider subscribing and following us on social media. Thank you, and God bless.